As we've reported, this is certainly a challenging time for many Valley restaurants that have been forced to lay off staff and are struggling to financially survive. Some are now doing all they can to help employees in need, and that includes the owner of Rolly China Fusion Bar and Restaurant and 533 Viet Fusion, Chad Gardner, who has now started a GoFundMe page. I spoke with Gardner, who has a message he'd like to share. Chad, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
You've started a GoFundMe for your employees. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, when the state mandated that we shut down outdoor dining, the most difficult part about that was having to lay off employees right before Christmas. So it's basically a Christmas fund. I want to make sure that my employees that are laid off, that they will be able to get a paycheck, which their next paycheck was due the week of the 20th, right before Christmas, 21st, right in that area. And so I want to make sure they have something for Christmas. In addition, what we're doing as a company is we are donating 100% of our gift card sales for Rolly China Fusion and 533 Viet Fusion to the employee Christmas fund as well.
This isn't something that we've really seen before, using a GoFundMe to help pay for employee salaries. So just how bad has revenue been that you've had to resort to this?
Well, it's not that I'm having to pay their salaries of the people that are working. This is for the people that are laid off. I want to be able to. I feel bad that I had to lay people off before Christmas, and so this is so that I know I can give them something so that they don't have to go without for the holidays.
And I'm sure they're very appreciative.
I think so. I mean, I hope so. They're like family, and that's the toughest part is laying people off, right before the holidays.
Compared to when outdoor dining was open, how much revenue have you lost under the new orders?
So comparatively, we've lost 75% of our revenue, and that's on top of the 50% of the revenue that we were still down, if not more, from before the pandemic. So, we're operating at about 10% of revenue, maybe.
Just 10%.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what is your reaction to seeing some Valley restaurants actually staying open and operating right now against the state's orders?
It's a tough call because, I'm very mindful, and as a matter of fact, a group of restaurants are kind of getting together in Palm Springs and kind of exploring with the city what could be done. We want to be mindful that we don't want to be part of the cause of the spread of the virus. But the facts don't bear out that outdoor dining is one of the major drivers. You can go to the grocery store and it seems to be more. It seems to be a higher chance of getting COVID or spreading COVID than it is doing outdoor dining. In regards to cities in the Valley that are doing it, my understanding is that, the city managers or the city politicians, they've said, we're not going to impose it, but we're not going to protect you if the ABC or the health department pulls your licenses either. So it's a tough call because, we're in a really precarious position right now in the restaurant industry. We employ so many people, especially here in the desert, and we drive so much of the economy because we're a tourist destination that it's a tough thing to navigate. It really is.
Yeah, certainly. What is it like to be in your shoes right now, Chad? And do you think you'll be able to make it through the next year without state or city help?
We are doing everything we can as we're pulling together a collective of restaurants, Palm Springs Restaurants United, and we're doing everything we can to kind of support each other and really search out where we can get grants and funding locally, statewide, advocating for federal funding. Without it, I mean, honestly, there'll be a lot more restaurants that will close down. I myself, I can handle a 3-week or 6-week, 8-week closure. My employees can't. That's the tough part. We'll be okay. I can't speak for most, but I know that it will be okay. A group of restaurant owners that I know of, but there's a lot of people that won't be. That just they're going to lose everything they've worked for, all their life. And
Mhm.
that's just it's a tough thing right now.
Mm. Before we let you go, Chad, is there a message that you would like to share with the community?
Yeah, order takeout. That's order delivery. We're delivering. We're using our employees for delivery. So anything you can, buy a gift card. Even for retail, restaurants, any small business. Everybody needs your help. If we're going to survive as a community and come out of this strong, we need everybody. We need everybody on Main Street open, not just restaurants. Restaurants are very important. They're my livelihood, but we need all businesses to be healthy and to sustain through this.
You're right about that. All right. We certainly appreciate your time, especially during this tough time. Chad, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.